So expired listings are usually the ones that are, either 60, 90, 120 days on the market, and then they haven't sold it for some reason. So obviously,
And we have like no inventory.
we have no inventory. Actually, inventory is very low right now. For every 10 buyers, there's one house.
Whoa, wait. For every 10 buyers,
There's
one
one
house.
house.
It's October 19th,
Right?
2017. We're filming this.
Yep. So the market right now is the seller's market, obviously. There's not that much out there, but there's a lot of expired properties out there that haven't been sold, and agents really should take advantage of them.
How could they take advantage of calling them and reaching out to them? What do they do?
You got to call them. You gotta. First of all, you gotta have some kind of number database. I use Mojo Dialer, which is an automatic Mojo. So
Okay.
it's basically a dialer that makes phone calls, and you can upload expireds, for sale by owners, and you can just call them.
So you're uploading people's information as a real estate agent into this system,
Right.
and then it makes it easier to call them?
Yep, it's just a subscription. You buy, you pay for it, but
Okay.
it's very convenient because it's literally right there. It expires. All the expires within the area that you choose, upload, and you can literally just give them a call and say, hey.
So what's your process? If you were to break that down in like 3 steps to help someone that's never done this
Right.
get like a little bit more confident because they're more competent.
Right. So the number one thing you need to have is a script. I use Mike Ferry script. There's a lot of scripts out there for expired listings that you want to have. You have to have some kind of script because you want to go off something. You don't want to just kind of free ball it and just kind of just be all over the place.
Why though? What are two good reasons why?
The reason why is number one is so you kind of know what you're going to talk about. You don't want to just kind of go all over the place, like I said, because you're going to have objections and you're going to have people giving you certain things that they want to, any objection that they have, you want to be ready for that. And the fastest way to do that would be having a script, because a lot of times the script already handled the objections before it comes up.
So you're saying they're going to give you pushback because we don't know why. I mean, there's a million reasons, right? They can't be happy.
Right.
Who are you?
Yeah, they're not happy. I mean, most of the time, a lot of expireds that I call, some of these people are not happy because their home hasn't been sold. So here's the 20th agent calling that day saying, hey, I noticed your property didn't...
The same thing they're saying.
The same thing. So that's why when you call, you have to be ready. You have to have that script ready. But most of all, your mindset has to be... you have to think about it this way, you might get some appointments, you might not get some appointments, some people might answer, some people might not, but you got to just be ready for everything. And don't take no as to heart, because it's just a process. They're not saying no to you. They're just saying no to the opportunity, you can always call the next person. But at the end of the day, once you have that script ready, once you practice the script, maybe role play it a couple times with you and whoever it is, you're going to be more ready to talk. And, there's been times where, just with me having my vision and the numbers of calls I want to make and the number of appointments I want to make and the confidence that I have from doing it all the time, the conversations that I have with some people that maybe they had the same conversation with a different agent, but just my confidence and just the way I delivered the script, it's just the tonality sounds a little different. It gives them the confidence to actually sit down with me.
Yeah, like they're getting confident in you because you're confident in yourself.
Absolutely.
So actionable steps for people that don't do this. Have a service. It doesn't necessarily have to be Mojo, but service that helps them get the information they need to know who they're calling.
Absolutely.
Then make sure that they understand the questions they have to ask. So that would be called like some kind of script. So the questions that must be answered yes or no to know if you can help them.
Right.
Then practice it enough so you don't come off tonally, don't sound like an ignoramus.
Yeah.
And then they don't want to work with you.
Yeah, and so you'll get some and you won't get some. It's just a numbers game. But at the end of the day, the more you role play, the more phone calls you make every day, it becomes a second nature. And last year when I first started doing expired listings, my first month, before I didn't do any expires, and then last September around that time I started doing expires. My first month of me calling expires, I listed 9 houses.
Okay, wait, let's pause. The average real estate agent takes 11 months when they start the business to get one deal closed, and you got 9 listings the first month calling expires.
I couldn't believe it. And it's just like I just started making phone calls, and I just every day at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, what at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Just make phone calls.
Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday. Just it would make
15 hours a week.
Yeah, 15 hours a week. And those 15 hours a week led up to 9 listings, would led up to about 8 sales. One of them didn't sell, which is okay.
8 sales. And an average house, you're making money.
Yeah, so it's like, I never look back. And
if you think about that, 15 hours right? Times 4 in a month. You invested 60 hours to get paid for 8 houses, thousands of dollars each house.
Yeah.
So if you could invest 60, I mean, if you just break it down, like I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
If let's say you made $3,000 off each house. This is random. I don't know your numbers.
Right.
And let's
It's
just say
higher
they're
than
low. Yeah, higher than that. Yeah. Let's say it's low though, but 8 times 3 is 24 grand. Into 60, 6 and 24 is 4. You're making like $400 or something an hour.
Yeah, man. So, and that's the thing. Once you start tracking,
Is that the right math?
I don't even know, but
it sounds right.
It sounds right.
Yeah, 400 times 60.
But at the end of the day, it's once you start.
I'm right. Yeah.
Another thing that you want to do is track your progress and track your phone calls. And Mojo just tracks it for you. But once you start tracking your numbers, and you know exactly how many phone calls you have to make in order to make a certain amount of money. I know for a fact if I make 100 phone calls a day, I'll make at least 10 to 20 contacts a day. And from those 100 calls, since I've been doing this for a year straight, I can usually set up a listing appointment within 100 phone calls or 100 contacts.
Nice.
I mean, 100 calls made and a couple of 10 to 20
100 calls
contacts.
made, 10 to 20 contacts, you're going to have an appointment.
I usually have an appointment.
Wow. All right. This is like too much information. People are going to like be salivating. $2,400 an hour.
It's really not hard. It's you just got to do it. It's like just get up and do it. I'm no one special. I just call people and people answer and I just follow the script and then I'm outgoing.
I can't wait to make hot calls tomorrow at Noah's office.
Yeah.
With Greg and all that.
Okay. Yeah.
Hot calls. All right, guys. You have a killer day. I hope you're going to call some people, man.